Our oceans are in trouble. They are drowning, choking and suffocating in our plastic waste. Can we save our seas? Not tomorrow, but now, today, this minute.
There is an island twice the size of Texas in the Pacific Ocean. Why is that shocking? Well, it's made entirely of plastic. My plastic, your plastic, everyone's plastic.
Here are some ideas on how you can help to protect our oceans. Maybe you can use a reusable bag or buy your fruit and veg with no plastic on them. So you buy a paper bag, and maybe even you can buy stuff which you can reuse.
Small animals at the bottom of the food chain absorb the chemicals as part of their food. These animals are then eaten by larger animals, and so it continues until we eat those fish. You should care because this is your problem. It's our problem and we need to change this.
The ocean, which gives us 70% of oxygen, is dying. Evo Morals once said, "What mankind must know is that human beings cannot live without Mother Earth, but the planet can live without us."
These are only a few living things which plastic is destroying. Turtles, whales, coral reefs, fish and even jellyfish.
Did you know that 1.4 billion pounds of our plastic waste goes into the ocean each year? This has constructed an island of polluting plastic in the Pacific Ocean. There is more microplastic in our ocean than there are stars in the Milky Way. It starts with large pieces of plastic strangling turtles, bags suffocating jellyfish, and even predators like sharks are not safe there. Food is stuffed with plastic and peppered with microplastic.
The oceans are very important to both humans and the creatures that live in the oceans, and the animals that live in them are under threat.
Save Our Seas, created by Maddie, Kieran, Elizabeth and Ruby.
I'm going to introduce you to the sea's biggest threat, plastic. It chokes our water and destroys marine wildlife. It is incredibly dangerous for fish. There is an island of rubbish twice the size of Texas in the Pacific Ocean. And if that's not bad enough, approximately 1.4 billion pounds of plastic enters the sea a year. It is disgraceful. More than 50% of sea turtles have consumed plastic. They could die from that.
Out there in the ocean, there are things we can't even imagine until we see them. The ocean supports the largest amount of life on Earth. It wraps the Earth right around. Believe it or not, it produces 70% of the oxygen we breathe. At 7.8 miles deepness, it seems out of reach for human civilization. Well, it's not. The ocean is in fact being damaged by us humans.
Our oceans are in trouble. They're drowning, choking and suffocating in our plastic waste. Can we save our seas? Not tomorrow, but now, today, this minute. Did you know that 1.4 billion pounds of plastic, our plastic waste goes into the ocean each year? This has constructed an island of polluting plastic in the Pacific Ocean. There is more microplastic in our ocean than there are stars in the Milky Way.
Plastic is a huge, catastrophic problem that faces our oceans. If we don't do anything about it now, many of our beloved sea creatures will perish in a plastic-filled place. Approximately 8 million tons of plastic enters our ocean per year. That's just too much!
We have to finish what we started right now. Did you know there is more microplastic than stars in the Milky Way?
The ocean, which provides up to 70% of the oxygen we breathe, is under threat. Not only does it sustain us, but it also supports the greatest abundance of life on our planet. We only have a small amount of time to save our oceans. We must use
use it or lose it.
Okay.
These animals are dying from plastic, especially turtles. We cannot let this happen.
We are the ones that started this horrific event. We are the ones that must end it.
Be the change you wish to see in this world if you want this world to live.
Created with work by Daniel, George and Sam.
Ciao! Made with Adobe Spark.
Today I am going to talk about the worst killer in the ocean. No, it isn't sharks or whales, it is plastic. What mankind must know is that the ocean can live without us, but we can't live without the ocean. Did you know there is an island twice the size of Texas that is made out of plastic? I know, isn't that outrageous? And scientists think that by 2050 there will be no fish on Earth. And once a sperm whale was even found to have eaten some car parts.
Plastic was first invented in 1907. Everybody is responsible for this problem.
Did you know that there is more microplastic in the ocean than there is stars in the Milky Way? Do you want to be the problem or the solution? Save our seas. They are in danger.
Our oceans are drowning, choking, suffocating in our plastic waste. We can save our seas not tomorrow, but now, today, this minute. Do you want to be the reason why our oceans are drowning in plastic?
John F. Kennedy once said, "We are tied to the ocean, and when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch, we are going back from whence we came." So the question is, why do we treat the ocean, part of our lives, so badly?
Save us. Small animals at the bottom of the food chain absorb the chemicals from plastic. The plastic levels increase as you travel up the food chain, reaching high levels. Do you really want to be responsible for all the animals being extinct?
Did you know 1.4 billion pounds of plastic waste goes into the oceans each year?
It starts with a large piece of plastic, strangling turtles, bags, suffocating jellyfish, and even predators like sharks aren't safe. Their food is stuffed with plastic and filled with even more microplastic.
Created by Imogen, Lilia and Ella.
This is how our fish feel, trapped with no way out. This is our doing.
Can you tell the difference? Turtles can't. They gobble up a plastic bag thinking it was a jellyfish in seconds.
This is what we're doing to our precious, valuable world.
The world's fate is in our hands.
He seems happy to you, doesn't he? He's not.
So please help us stop this threat to Mother Nature and extinguish plastic forever.
We need to do something right away, so be fast and help our fish.
Save our oceans, please!
By Toby, Jack, Freddie and Will, created with Adobe Spark.
Bye for now!
Our oceans are in danger. Can you make a change? Every minute, a truckload of plastic enters our oceans. Can you imagine it without oceans? It would be awful and we wouldn't survive. My personal opinion is that we should definitely not be littering. At least 8 million tons of plastic enters our ocean every year. There is an island twice the size of Texas covered in plastic. There is more microplastic in the ocean than stars in the Milky Way. Over 100,000 marine animals die every year from plastic. Environmental pollution is an incurable disease. Time is running out. Don't litter. Plastic is deadly, which means it needs to go. Can you help us?
But don't worry, we can fix this. I'm about to tell you some good examples. Step 1, recycle your plastic. Step 2, you can go for a huge litter pick. And last but not least, tell all your friends and family what has happened to our blue seas. For example, that half of our coral reefs are disappearing. Oh, and did you know that every minute our beautiful sea turtles are getting tied up in plastic? So use it or lose it. Now it's your chance to shine. We are all capable of this. Are you ready? Good. Then let's go save our oceans. So whose fault is this again? Correct, ours. No sea, no earth, no people. Just remember, time is running out, so don't waste it. The big blue is counting on us. But time is running out, so don't waste it. The Big Blue is counting on us.
Today I'm going to talk about please do not throw plastics into the ocean because the ocean is choking on plastic. We always throw 1.4 billion pounds of trash per year into the ocean. And the biggest killer isn't whales or sharks, it's us, because we eat lots of fish and throwing plastics.
Approximately 1.4 billion pounds of trash per year enters the ocean. More than 50% of sea turtles has consumed plastic. You might be surprised, but actually this is all down to us. But don't worry, we can fix this.
How do you picture your dream sea?
You would surely picture your dream sea as a magical place to be by.
If there's no oceans or seas, there's no Mother Nature or no crops to grow, which means
No us.
Plastic is the silent killer. It kills a huge amount of sea mammals.
Plastic is breaking down our oceans.
You might think this